And a lot of people get involved into properties for the sole purpose of making residual income as well. So I'm going to talk you guys through the different sectors we have, how we make money, and how you guys can be involved and make money with us as well. So the business opportunity is very simple, okay? I'm going to break it down to you guys so you can have a better understanding. Now, Solmax Group is working with Ignite 100 as a marketing partner to promote its project and develop a user community for its business. Now, Solmax and Ignite 100 are owned by the same people. It's the same idea, same philosophy, but Solmax is just a marketing partner for Ignite 100. And Ignite 100 is obviously where all of our projects and our main business is operated from. But look at Solmax just like a marketing partner. Now, Igniter 100 has introduced something called Igniter Academy. Now, what is Igniter Academy? So Igniter Academy is basically our unique and exclusive education courses that we provide to people. And with these education courses, they also receive I100 promotional shares. And if you don't know what that is, bear with me. By the end of this presentation, you'll find out what it is. But not only do we believe in, showing people how to make money, we also want to teach people how they can make money in the future as well. Because we are in the financial technology business. Fintech is one of the largest industries in the world, and it will be one of the biggest industries in the world in the near future. So if we're educating people now about the industry and how they can make money from it, as this industry starts to boom, people like yourself and me can take advantage because we have already started to learn about it. So we offer over 300 courses in multiple different languages, and every single student will be rewarded with a certificate that they will receive once they have completed the education course. Now, a little bit about Igniter 100. So what is the actual concept behind Igniter 100? So Igniter 100 is an off-site tech incubator. So if you don't know what a tech incubator is, I'll break it down for you so you have a better understanding. What Igniter 100 does is they invest and develop businesses. So for example, if you have someone who, who has a business they recently started, they've been operating for about a year, let's say, they have a handful of customers, but they want to take their business to the next level. So what they will do is they will contact Igniter 100 and say, look, this is my business model. This is what I'm trying to achieve. And these are my plans for the future. Now, Igniter 100 and their team of professionals will look at the business and say, okay, this is where we feel like we can help. This is how much money we're going to give your business. And this is our team of experts who are going to help you grow your business. And in exchange, all we want is a return of your business. So owning a percentage of your business. And people can give us up to 2 to 10% of their businesses as well. Now that's one method of how we operate this business. Another method is that we generate our own companies, our own projects to launch as well, which I'm going to be breaking down for you guys. Now, in the UK, we're targeting some of the bigger industries, for example, real estate, blockchain, e-banking, and there's many more industries that I'm going to go into right now as well. And we have a big, massive portfolio of high potential external and internal projects. And if you don't know the difference between an external and internal project, just bear with me as I go through this presentation. It will start to make more and more sense. So once again, just to recap, Igniter 100 is kind of like the business hub, which generates all the business, and Solmax is the marketing partner. And another way to compare Igniter 100 to you guys is, I'm not sure if you know about someone called Warren Buffett, but Warren Buffett is the third richest man in the world, okay? He owns a business called Berkshire Hathaway. Now, Berkshire Hathaway was designed for the sole purpose of teaching people how to invest and where to invest. Now, let's say someone like myself, okay? I'm a normal working individual. I have, X amount of money saved, but I don't know what to do with this money. I don't know where to invest it. I don't know how to invest it. I don't know none of these things. What I do is I give my money to Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's business, and they invest my money for me into places that they believe are going to be very profitable. We've taken that same business concept, the business concept that made Warren Buffett the third richest man in the world, and we have brought it into the 21st century, where Warren Buffett focuses on traditional businesses. We're focusing on tech-based businesses because they have the biggest future. So a little bit about Igniter before we start getting into the projects. This is basic information that you can find on Google as well, where our head offices are, our company registration number, the VAT registration number, because we share this information with you guys because we want you to see that everything is transparent with this business. We do not hide anything from our investors. We don't hide anything from our people. Everything is transparent, and all its information you can also get on Google. And another thing I want you guys to see, right, is the incorporated date. It says August 2017. Now, this company is not something that was just made last week. It wasn't something that was made last month. This has been around for a few years now. And since 2017, Igniter 100 has been investing into projects, helping grow the portfolio that the company has already. Now, this was one thing that attracted me to work with this business as well, because I have seen many businesses come and go. Businesses start in 1 year or 6 months, and later down the line, they end up closing down. But this business has been running solid for almost 3 years now. And that's the reason why all that hard work we put in from then till now has set the company up to where it is and where it's going in the future. So like I said, this information you can get on Google if you just look up the company online as well. Now, a little bit about our corporate team. So who are the people behind the business? So I'm going to start off firstly with Florian Kruger, who's the director and COO. And we have Abdul Rahman as well, who's also the director and a CFO. Now, these two individuals, I've had the honor and the privilege to meet and work with these individuals in London. And they truly have a lot of knowledge when it comes to technology, when it comes to blockchain, when it comes to artificial intelligence, just business in general. They have a lot of knowledge. And the fact that these two gentlemen are working together and have built this system where people can get involved, people can make money and invest into companies that we have never seen before. A lot of the companies I'm about to show you guys today, you probably never even knew that companies like this even existed. So these two gentlemen are the brains behind the operation. They're the ones who have set the vision for this company and are now in the process of executing that vision. And then we have Stephen Lubka. So Stephen Lubka is a CTO. Stephen is more of the key advisor behind a lot of our projects as well. And as I share these projects with you guys, you'll understand what Stephen's role is. But Stephen is mainly based out of New York. He occasionally comes down to London to help work with our team as well. And then we have Telma and Aaron. These two are just basically our marketing people. They do our social media, do our content writing, and just take care of the general looks of the business, make sure we have a good online presence as well. So let me share with you guys some of our partners with Igniter 100. So our business advisors, as we have London Commerce and Chambers, we have Garfield Smith, Technology and Data Lawyers, we have DLT, and all of our servers are run through Amazon Web Services. Now, one thing I want you guys to take away from this is that we use the same advisors that a lot of multi-million pound and billion-pound businesses use. The thing is, we understood from the beginning that if we are investing into the right things and if we are taking advice from the right people, we'll be able to set up a long-term business. And that's what we want. We're not here for 6 months. We're not here for a year. We're not even here for a couple of years. We want to be around for long-term. We're thinking 10, 20, 30 years ahead. That's why we have the advisors, the same advisors that a lot of multi-million pound businesses and billion-pound businesses have. Now, our external project advisors, we have Startup Funding Club, we have Crowdcube, and we have Seeders. Now, these three businesses have helped us invest into over 100 external projects. And I'm going to go into detail about what those external projects are. But these are very, very big companies that you guys can, Google yourself and see how big these businesses are and the fact that we have used them to help us invest into a lot of businesses as well. So let's talk about the ecosystem of the company. What are we trying to accomplish here? What are we aiming towards? Okay, so the ecosystem is simple. The 7 things you're seeing on your screen right now, these are the different industries and sectors we're going to be targeting throughout the next few months and the next year. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, we will be either investing into businesses in these sectors, or we will be creating new businesses within these sectors. Because one thing every single industry that you're seeing right now has in common is that they're all growing, they're all on the rise. And regardless of the corona COVID-19 situation that's going on around the world right now, these industries are still going strong and they're still growing, which is the reason why our ecosystem is built around this. So we got blockchain, we got fintech, we got e-commerce, we got services as systems, we got artificial intelligence, transportation, and energy. Now, I think, it's pretty clear to see how big these industries are and how big these industries can be as well. And that's the reason why we're heavily involved into all of these different sectors. Now, I'm going to start talking to you guys about the internal projects. What is an internal project, first of all? An internal project is a project that is owned and operated by Igniter 100. These are projects that we have developed ourselves, our team have developed themselves, launched themselves, and are currently maintaining themselves as well. 100% of these businesses are all owned by Igniter 100, all of the internal projects, okay? So starting with the first one, we have Igniter Academy, which is basically, like I said, our education platform where people can get access to over 300 courses in multiple different languages, and every student will be rewarded with a certificate, the same certificates that universities in London use to approve their courses. we have that same approval center as well. So these certificates that you get, you can actually put on a CV, you can put on your resume, even if you're looking for jobs in the future as well. And we don't just look at fintech in our education platform. We also have data, artificial intelligence, multiple industries that you can get into and learn more about. Now, moving on to our second internal project, we have BizPad. Now, Abdul, I don't know if you guys read on the previous slide, Abdul Mon, who's one of our directors and CFO, he used to be a qualified accountant prior to starting this business. So while he was an accountant, he was developing this project called BizPad. BizPad is basically a management system that is going to provide businesses with multiple tools in the UK. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but in the UK, to set up a business is not just a simple process. There's a lot that goes behind setting up a business in the UK. But if you set up your business the correct way, you need to make sure you have all of these things accounted for, like company formation, business bank accounts, payroll, VAT, invoicing. All of these things are very, very important. And majority of the people that open businesses in the UK, they don't know about these things. So what Abdul has done, what Igniter 100 has done, is they've launched a system where once you start a business, you can literally use BizPad to help automate your business throughout the entire process. So every one of these things that you're seeing on your screen right now in terms of BizPad is taken care of. And it's something you don't have to do yourself. The system does it for you. Now, I know for a fact, being in the UK, there's a lot of businesses right now that are using this system and it's helping their business operate well on a monthly basis, and they're staying above board and legal as well. That's very, very important. Now, moving on to our third project we have is Aladdin Node. Now, this is one of our more complicated projects. It's a very, very big project that we have as well. And with this one, I will share all the information that I can, but if you do want to know more about this, I can share some more information with you guys afterwards. But Aladdin is a blockchain that is building a framework for a new internet. It has a built-in oracle which enables it to communicate with external data sources. Now, I don't know if you guys know much about blockchain, but I'm still fairly new to it and I'm still understanding it. But I know blockchains are basically massive data storage systems. Now, what we have got is one of the first few systems in the world that has created an external data source that can communicate with other data sources. Now, there's not many things out there that can do that. And our Aladdin Node project is one of the first ones, one of the first few that can do that at the moment. Aladdin also comes in with the DNS, and you can have human readable addresses. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with cryptocurrencies and blockchains, but when you send someone, some coins from wallet to wallet, the wallet address is very weird. It's got all different types of letters and numbers in there, and it's very hard to remember. But what we have done is we have made a readable address where you can even put your name or anything that you want on there, and you'll be able to create your wallet based on that and send money or receive money through blockchains as well. Now, moving on to our next three projects that we have. Now, the first one you guys are seeing right here, which is the Igniter Pay Bank. This is our flagship project. Now, I truly believe that this project is going to be one of our biggest projects that we have. Now, in the UK, we're starting to see high street banks close at a bigger rate than ever before. So, traditional banking systems are not working like they once used to work. It's not the same, because a bank, like any other business, is also a business too. The bank needs to make money in order to operate, in order to work. And in UK especially, we're seeing a lot of banks, like traditional banking, stores starting to close down. And the reason why they're closing down is because the banks are not generating enough money to keep these stores running. So I don't know if you guys know about Monzo. Have you guys heard of Monzo? If you heard of Monzo, give me a thumbs up if you know what Monzo is. Yeah? So Monzo is basically a internet banking system. It's called an e-bank, all right? Now, internet banking is by far the future of business, because the way banking has changed now and the way the rules and the regulations of banking have changed, e-banks are far more efficient and far more effective when it comes to business. Now, we have already obtained the SPI license for our bank, and we're in the process of launching it. So working with this business means that when you invest into these projects, you will be an owner of a bank. Now, that's not something people can say often, but that's something every single investor in Igniter 100 can say, that they are an owner of a bank, because Igniter 100 is releasing their very own bank that we can benefit from. Igniter Pay will offer services for both business and individual customers, and it will also offer borderless e-banking services. So borderless e-banking services mean people in India, Pakistan, Africa, all of these countries can open up UK bank accounts. That's something I've never seen happen before, but we are actually one of the first ones who are trying to execute this idea. So we will be giving people a chance from India, Pakistan, doesn't matter where you are from around the world, you'll be able to open up UK bank accounts using our Ignite Pay Bank. So that's why I truly believe it's going to be one of our biggest projects. Then we have Crypto Change. So Crypto Change is a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange, and it is a regulated entity. Members can trade cryptocurrencies against fiat currencies and vice versa. So this is not a cryptocurrency, it's a cryptocurrency exchange. This is a platform where you can go and buy and sell cryptocurrencies. And like I said, it's decentralized. So that means all of your assets are held with you. No one can steal your cryptocurrencies or anything like that. No one can access them except you, because our security is top notch. And then our last internal project that we have is called Uren. So Uren is a real estate advertising platform that acts as an agent for private landlords to advertise their properties on Rightmove, Zoopla, and Prime Location. Now, Uren, look at it like this. Uren is the Uber, but for properties. We saw how Uber grew massive, okay? Uren is going to be a similar sort of business model, where instead of cars or taxis, we're using properties. Now, to advertise on one of these places, like you're seeing Rightmove, Zoopla, Prime Location, usually it costs between £300 to £400 a month to advertise on these platforms. But we have cut the cost to £49 a month. So you advertise your businesses on Uren, and through Uren, we will advertise them on Zoopla, Rightmove, and Prime Location for just £49 a property. And that's not something you'll ever see. So these are definitely, you know, projects that I do believe have huge potential to pay off as well. Now I'm going to share with you guys some of our external projects. So external projects are projects that are not owned by Ignite 100 fully, but these are other people's projects that we've invested in. So for example, let's say I'm selling mobile phones, okay? I'm selling mobile phones. Now I've been selling phones for a year. I've sold maybe a handful of phones, 100 phones or something I've sold, but I want to grow my business now. I want to take it to the next level. So like I said earlier, Ignite 100, I'll go to Ignite 100, I'll share my business plan with them, I'll show them my product, I'll show them what I'm trying to achieve. And if they like my idea, they will give me money to invest into my business to help me grow. And in exchange, I will give them a percentage of my business, either 2 to 10%, it depends. Okay? Now, we have invested in over 93 plus external projects, 93 external businesses that we have invested into, businesses that we have given our money to, and in return, they have given us percentages of their business. And all of that goes under the Igniter 100 portfolio. Now, one of the external projects I'll give you guys an example of is called Polysolar. So Polysolar basically creates solar panels. So if you guys know what solar panels are, they're basically used to generate electricity. And solar panels have one very common image. They're dark and you can't use them anywhere other than rooftops. And if you have flats, you can't use them at all. Now, what Polysolar are doing is they're creating solar panels which look like glass. So it's see-through, it's clear, 100%. So you can put that on your windows, you can put that on your doors, you can put that you can make an entire building out of it. And with that, it will generate enough electricity to power the whole building too. That's why I truly believe Polysolar is going to be one of our bigger projects. Now, the biggest external project that we have is called FingoPay. Now, FingoPay is actually a payment processor which uses your fingers instead of wallets, cards, or money, okay? I'm gonna play a quick video. I just want you guys to watch. The sound might not be clear, but I just want you guys to watch the actual video.
We all have a unique brain pattern hidden in our fingers. Now this intricate alignment of signature helps to identify transactions easily.
So judging by that video, as I just showed you guys, on that video, you can see, you know, FingerPay is going to be like a revolutionary way to make payments. And it doesn't just scan your fingerprints, it scans the biometrics inside your finger. Your fingerprints can be easily copied, but the inside of your finger cannot be. And the good thing is you can actually use each finger for a different bank. Now, this is something, even if you go to YouTube and you write CNN FingerPay, CNN is one of the biggest news channels in America, and they've done a full 1 hour segment on just this project. And we have invested into this project already. Right now, if you try to invest in FingoPay, like without Ignite 100, you won't be able to, because they're not taking on any more investors. But we actually have invested in FingoPay when it was first just an idea. And that gives all of our people who invest into Ignite 100 the opportunity to also have shares in FingoPay as well. So just like that, there's over 93 external projects. Now, I'm not going to go into every single project, guys, but if you want to know more information about all the businesses that we've invested into, feel free to, give me a message afterward or message Abasi, and he'll be able to show you guys all of the external projects that we have. And like I said, it continues on from there as well. There's over 93, like I said. And some of these names you might recognize, some of these names you might not know, but these are businesses that definitely you'll be hearing and seeing a lot more of. So before I continue, do you guys have any questions regarding anything that I've just shared with you so far?
Asim sir,
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Actually, basically the question is that at the time of Corona, how company generate the revenue?
Say that again, sorry?
It's about the revenue generation.
At this moment.
Dev, can you just repeat your question?
Hello.
Yes, yes. Can you repeat the question?
Sir, I'm asking at the time of Corona, when all the world is suffering from Corona, how company generate the revenue?
So the answer for that is simple. Are you talking about the Solmax as a business, or are you talking about all the companies I just showed you?
The whole company.
All the companies, okay. So, for example, most of the companies that I've shown you are all tech-based businesses. They're all online businesses. And if you actually look around, if you look at the statistics right now, the most businesses that are suffering are traditional businesses, like restaurants, clothing stores, etc. These are traditional businesses that have been impacted more. Why? Because people can't go outside. People can't go to these shops physically. But everyone has an online presence. Most people have laptops, phones, tablets that they can use to generate businesses for these online companies. Online businesses have actually spiked higher during this whole coronavirus pandemic than any other industry has. So in that sense, majority of our business, and of course, there's going to be like a little impact on the businesses. That's just natural, right? Because of the environment that we're in. But our businesses are mainly tech-based. So even once we come out of Corona, these businesses are going to continue running and operating as they were previously. So of course, Corona is going to make a slight impact on the business, but it's not something that's going to affect the business that much. That's going to slow it down completely. But if we had, I don't know, if we had like a clothing store, if we had like a restaurant, then I would say, yeah, we have a very big problem because people cannot reach these places. People cannot go to these places. But most of our businesses are online and they're tech-based, which is why even despite the Corona incident for the last like 2 months, we've been in lockdown, our businesses haven't been affected much. Like there's been a small effect, like small drop-off, which is natural because of just the situation that we're in, but nothing that's going to impact the business moving forward. Does that answer your question? No worries. Any other of you guys have any questions before I continue?
Yeah,
no?
I mean, like, hi.
Yeah.
Mr.
How are you doing? You okay?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Any
I'm good, thanks. I'm good.
Just wanted to check. I mean, like, what's about the revenue generation? How do we plan to sustain? I mean, like, how do we plan to sustain the revenue generation during this time and the times to come in?
So the answer for that is very simple. Now, throughout the business growing, we are getting more and more investors on board with the company, okay? And as these investors come on board, the money that's brought in from these investors is allocated into marketing budgets, expenses, etc. So what we do is we've allocated a specific budget to help businesses grow in terms of marketing, branding, and anything that we can do to kind of give our businesses like, a head start compared to others. Now, the thing is, one thing that I really like about our business model is we can generate enough cash flow through Solmax with enough investors coming on board that we will have enough budget put away for each and every single project. Now, all of the external companies that I just showed you, bear in mind, they have their own CEOs, they have their own corporate teams, etc. So growing is their concern anyways. But just because we've invested into them, our teams also work with them. Does that make sense?
Oh.
But for all of our internal projects, the projects that we own 100% of, we have a fixed marketing budget for those projects every single month. So every month we invest more money into those projects to keep the brand awareness, to keep the product growing, to keep it better for more customers to kind of see what we have.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share with you guys a bit more information about the Soulmax compensation plan and the actual way, you know, we can make money as individuals and how we can take advantage of this opportunity. Now, one thing I want to share with you guys before I do begin this, right? When I looked at this business model at first, I thought this was, honestly, it was an amazing idea because I've heard about something like this in the past. I've kind of seen how, you know, especially using the Warren Buffett example, I saw how Warren Buffett took his business to billions. I'm talking billion-dollar business just by using this same business model as well. But like I said, the difference is he was investing into traditional businesses. We're investing into tech-based businesses. So when I looked at this business, I thought, man, I know this is something everyone can do. You know, like, for example, I'm going to share with you guys how many the packages that we have and how little it costs just to get involved in the business. I thought this is something that everyone can do. Now, one thing that I've learned from my mentor, Tony Robbins, right? If you have an opportunity that can really change the world and you have that opportunity in your hands, you will be selfish to not share it. So that's when I spoke with Abdul about this as well. I said, look, we need to create a system. We need to create a way where people can share our business with other people, get more investors on board, get more people using the projects that we have, because these are real businesses, guys. That's the reason, one of the biggest reasons why I'm involved with this business is because I've been in this industry for a very long time. I've seen a lot of businesses, and a lot of these businesses, they don't have real businesses or real tangible products that we can use. A lot of their products are just made up or something that the company has control of. But this business is one of the first businesses I've ever seen which has real businesses, real products that you can actually use, feel, and see. Do you understand? So that's the reason why I'm very confident in these projects. Now, I'll show you a way where you can share this opportunity with others and you can make money for yourself in the process as well. So, Abbasi, do you want me to continue, or is there something you wanted to add?
No, it's okay. Continue. Continue.
Okay, perfect. So now we'll be going over the Soulmax compensation plan. Okay. There we go. Can you guys still see my screen? Is my screen still okay?
Yes. It's okay.
Perfect. So now a quick disclaimer before we begin. Okay. Though what you're about to see right now is completely dependent on your own work rate. Okay, if you don't put in any work, you're not going to make any money. If you are going to put in the work, you're going to make the money. If you're not going to put in the work, you're not going to make the money. So it all comes down to your work ethic. It comes down to your skills and the effort that you're going to put towards this business. Okay, we don't guarantee anyone any level of success or income. It all comes down to your hard work. So that's a very important thing to know. And if you want to know more information about our terms and conditions, you can visit our website soulmaxglobal.com and you can get all the information on there. So let me talk to you guys about the bonuses that we offer for you guys to promote our business for us. Okay. Now, one thing you guys can see right here, it says no sign up fee. Okay. Now, I don't know if you've seen many companies out there that have a no sign up fee. Okay. This is one of the first businesses that I've seen which has no sign up fee, meaning you can get involved for zero cost and you can start making money with the business. Now, what does it come down to at the end of the day? What are the different ways you can make money? So we have a direct bonus, team bonus, matching bonus, I-100 bonus, and of course the President's Club members bonus as well. All of these different bonuses that you guys are seeing on your screen right now are ways for us to make money by simply sharing this opportunity with other people. Okay. So here are the packages. I want you guys to get a good look at these packages. These are the packages that we offer people, and I'm going to show you how these packages work and how you guys can make money off these packages. Okay, so it starts from as little as £50. Okay, that's one reason why I knew this company will be a success, because you can get involved for as little as £50, and it goes all the way up to £5,000. Okay, and even you can invest more than that, where you'll have to contact the corporate team directly to find out, how to make that happen. Now, how does the process work? So what do people get in exchange for these packages? Okay, so I'm going to use this package here, the executive package, as an example. Okay, so the executive package costs £5,000. And by the way, you guys can see me, right? So the executive package costs £5,000. Now I'm going to break down to you using my calculator. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly how these investors will make money. So £500 right? As you can see on my screen right now, you divide this by 0.26. And why 0.26? Because it's 26 pence is our actual share price at the moment. So Igniter 100's evaluation at the moment is 26 pence. So that's combining everything that I've just shown you guys. The total evaluation for that is 26 pence. And the reason why it's 26 pence at the moment is because a lot of our internal projects are still developing. We're still getting these projects ready for a launch. Like, for example, our bank is going to be coming out in the next few months. Some of our other internal projects are going to be coming out in the next few weeks as well. So we're still in the process of developing, okay? So when you do 500 divided by 0.26, that's how many shares you will own in the company, 1,923, okay? That's how many shares you will own in Igniter 100, which, by the way, Igniter 100 owns all those projects I just showed you. Now, we had an evaluation done from a company called FinCap, okay? Google the company, FinCap. Now, FinCap done this evaluation for us, and they estimated our company to be worth between £6 to £8 once we get listed on the open exchange, okay? Now, £6 to £8 is a very, very big jump from 26 pence to £6 to £8. Now, how does this happen? I'm going to break that down for you guys, okay? The jump is very simple. Right now, we're still in the process of developing our projects, our internal projects, and you will see them being launched throughout the process. Like when I first got started in the business, the only company that was ready was URent. Nothing else was ready. From then till now, pretty much every single project has been ready. The only one we're still waiting for is the Igniter Paid Bank. Obviously, because of COVID has been affected a little bit, slowed it down, but the launch is still going to happen, all right? So once all of these projects are ready and we've completed every single project that we have, we are then going to list the business on the London Stock Exchange, okay? Or any other third-party exchange for that matter. Once the business is listed on the London Stock Exchange or on a public exchange, we're expecting price to reach between £6 to £8 according to the evaluation of FinCap, because all of the projects will be complete, all of the external projects will be live and running, and the business will have consistent turnover, which will allow it to continue to grow. Okay? So if you were to do that many shares, right, that's 1,923 shares you own. If you were to times that by 6, the bare minimum example, your return on a £500 investment will be 11,538. Okay. Now I know you're thinking, how do you go from £500 to 11,538? I want you guys to do a research on something called IPOs, initial public offerings. Okay. IPOs are one of the biggest forms of success for a lot of entrepreneurs in the world. People who invest into businesses when they're worth pennies, and then as soon as they go listed public, those businesses continue to grow and they go into the pounds, and that's when you start making the real money. Okay, go and look at any celebrity, you know, any big investors that you know, they will always tell you to get involved in the business early. When the business is worth pennies, that's when you get involved, especially if they have a good idea. And I'm sure from what you guys have seen, you can tell what we're trying to do, right? You can see the vision of this business. And once you see all of the projects that we have and you see the growth that these projects can have as well, it will make a lot more sense. All right. So these are the packages that we offer. You can use the same example for any package. You can do the same thing with 5,000 package or the £50 package, and you will get the, you know, you'll see how many returns you can make on all of them. So going back to our bonuses and how we can get paid for referring the business as well, we have something called a direct bonus. Okay. Now the direct bonus is very, very simple. There's no cap on the direct bonus. You get paid instantly and there's no qualification required. You don't even have to pay to earn a direct bonus. Okay. So direct bonus simply means you will earn 10% of any package that you sell. So if I was to sell a £500 package today, I've made £50 straight away. Okay. That money comes into your business cash account, which you can either then buy more shares with, or you can withdraw that money straight into your bank account. Now, the direct bonus is one of the, you know, easiest forms of making money. It's just like being a stockbroker on Wall Street. So if you see all these stockbrokers on Wall Street, right, they're on the phone all the time selling shares for businesses, etc., but they only get paid between 1% to 3%. We're getting paid 10%. There's a big difference. And the reason why we have that difference is because we can afford to pay out more money to our brokers or our networkers, because once we go public, the same business will continue to grow as well, and we'll be able to pay out more money then too. So is that clear on the direct bonus? 10% on any investment. Doesn't matter what the size of investment is, whether it's £50 or £500,000, you will always receive 10%. Now we move on to something called team bonus, okay? Now this is one thing I really like about the business. Once you have done something yourself and you realize how to do it, like let's say I've done a direct bonus sale and I've done 4 or 5 of my own sales, okay? And I've made money off that. Now, what I can do is I can show other people how to do the exact same thing. Right? Now, I know how to close sales because I've done it myself. So I called my friend, let's say John, for example. I say, John, this is how I done it. I closed 5 sales doing this, okay? And I'll share the process with him. Then John will go and do the exact same thing. Just like that, you can duplicate your business, and this is how you can create leverage. Leverage is the #1 form when it comes to any business growth in the world. Like, let me ask you guys a question, right? Do you think McDonald's can make the money that they make right now from just having 1 store? It's impossible. They can't do it. Why is that? Because they only have 24 hours in a day. So there's only so many customers they can get into 1 store for them to make that type of money. Why do McDonald's have 25,000 stores around the world? It's because while one is closed here in the UK, another one is open in Australia. So around the clock, they're constantly making money. This is the same idea here. You're franchising your business, you're leveraging your business, where if you were to get another person involved in the business the same way you're trying to grow the business, now instead of 24 hours in a day, you have 48 hours in a day, because there's 2 of you trying to build a business and trying to grow. Now, team bonus is calculated from the team structure based on the revenue generated in the left and the right team. Now, when you start getting more people involved, the company keep it simple for you to manage and keep track of things. There's a left team and there's a right team. It's as simple as that. It doesn't, it's not anything crazy. It's just simple left team and right team. So when you start getting more members on board, you can either choose to place them on the left or your right team. Now, let's just say, for example, right, your left team, yeah? The left team does a total of 12,500 business volume. What does the business volume mean? Business volume simply means the amount of packages that they bought in, okay? The total revenue that they've done that week. So let's say your left team has done 12,500 business volume and your right team has done 11,000 business volume. Now, the company pays you 10% on a weekly basis on whichever team does the least amount of volume. So in this example, you can see, right, that 11,000 is less than 12,500. So what the company is going to do is they're going to pay you 10% of that 11,000, which is £1,100. So that week, you have made £1,100 simply by leveraging your business and having your team go out there and do the same thing that you're doing, okay? Now, why do we pay on the weaker side and not the stronger side? It's simple, because if you know which side is the weaker side, you will know which team to work with. You will know what to do in order to help these guys to grow as well. And one week, the weaker side could be your left team, and another week it could be your right team. But you will have to constantly work with a weaker team to help them develop and grow as well, because at the end of the day, you want everyone in your team to make money the same way you are as well. Okay? Every member can be placed in either the left or right team, as I said earlier. Team bonuses are as much as 10% is paid out on the weaker team, and every Monday we pay these bonuses out, okay? So for all the work you do, let's say it's Monday to Friday, every single work you do there, the money for that week will get paid out to you on the following Monday. So every Monday you're going to get paid for you and your team's efforts, and this is the perfect example for creating leverage, all right? Then we have something called the matching bonus, which is also known as the magic bonus. All qualified members are paid the weekly matching bonus, and the matching bonus is paid on the gross team of your entire members, okay? Now, for example, okay, let's just say I have an executive package, okay? I can earn up to 20% of whatever my direct sponsors are earning. So anyone that I directly get involved in the business, I'll be able to earn up to 20% of whatever they make on their weekly network bonus, the previous income I just showed you. And that doesn't mean they take 20% out of their money and give it to you. The company gives you an extra 20%. And the reason why the company does this, and I really like this, right, because they understand that you've taken time out of your day to train them, to help them, to kind of get them on the right track to make money. Now, if you put in all of that effort to help them make that money, right, you should also be rewarded in the process too, which is why we give you a matching bonus. Now, the matching bonus can go up to 4 levels. And let me explain the levels to you, okay? Let's say my name is Asim, okay? Let's say I get my friend John involved. When I sign up John will be on my first level, okay? Now, John decides, you know what? Asim has trained me on the business. He's shown me everything that I need to do. I know what I need to do to make money now because Asim has taught me. I'm going to go and get my own friend. So John goes and gets his friend Bob, okay? Bob will be on John's first level, but Bob will be my second level. Why? Because John is my first level, and anyone that John introduces becomes my second level, and vice versa, it continues from there, all right? So we pay up to 4 levels. And if you have an elite package, which is the one we recommend for most of our investors anyways, on your level 1, you can make up to 20% weekly level 2, 15% weekly, third level, 10% weekly, and fourth level, 5% weekly. So this is a very, very good income that you guys can get involved in as well. Now, the PCM bonus, this is one of our, greatest incomes that we have to offer. The reason why is because this is where you feel like, you feel like the actual owner of the business as well. And let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? The President's Club members bonus is simple. All the revenue that's generated from the company around the world, okay, from all the sales that have been done from all the brokers around the world, because you guys have to understand, right? It's not, this company is not just in 1 or 2 countries. We're in many, many countries around the world. We got UK, we got Europe, we got America, we got Dubai, Oman, South Africa, many countries, Thailand, all of these different countries, okay? Now, all the revenues that are generated from all of these countries around the world, okay, let's just say we use the example, 3 million has been made this month from the company, okay? What the company will do is take 2% of that 3 million out, which is 60,000. Now that 60,000 will be paid to a total of 100 President Club member per country. Like you guys are from India, right? So the first 100 people that qualify for the President's Club members in India will be getting paid £600 every single month. You understand? From the total revenue of the company. Now that's not on just your efforts, that's the entire business's efforts you'll be getting paid from. So obviously to qualify as a President's Club member, you need to be an elite package or higher. You should have at least 95% of your I-100 shares. And this membership is limited to the first 100 members per country on a first come, first serve basis. And the bonus is paid out on a daily basis as well. So the President Club members is definitely something you want to be a part of. Why? Because you're able to earn off the total profits of the company every single month. As the company continues to grow, the monthly sales will go from 3 million to 5 million to 10 million plus. That's where you'll be able to make a lot more money as well, simply by leveraging. Okay. Now, we want to move on to the I-100 promotional bonus. Now, usually for this part, we actually have the CEO come and explain how it all works, but I'll be able to share with you guys today. And this is something that I really like. It's something that's brand new, something I've never seen before. And this is a way for people, whether you are a broker or you're not, it doesn't matter. Whether you network or not, it does not matter. You can actually make money every single day just by being involved in the business. And here's what I mean by that, okay? So you have an option to either choose to lock up your shares, so the shares that you receive in the business, you have a chance to lock those shares for 12 months and receive an additional 100%. So if I invest, let's say, if I choose the £100 package, okay, so I should get £100 worth of shares. But because I'm deciding to lock my shares in for 12 months, the companies will give me another 100% worth of shares. So now I have £200 worth of shares, okay? But let's say, for example, if I say, you know what, I don't want to lock my shares up for 12 months. I want to get paid daily. I want some money coming into my bank account daily. So what you can do is you can pick the option to receive 1% a day, 1 to 2% a day. I'm going to break this down for you, okay? Here's how it works. I'm going to use, let's just say this £100, oh no, not £100, but we'll use this £500 package here as an example. So can you guys see the executive? Dave, give me a thumbs up if you can see the executive package right here. Yeah, okay, perfect. So if I buy the executive package and I choose to receive the payout on a daily basis, and this is me considering me, if I don't get nobody else involved, it's just me on my own doing this. So every day, the company is going to pay me £5 every single day into my company cash account. Now, 75% of this £5 will go into my open account and 25% will go into my savings account. So what is an open account and what is a saving account is real simple. An open account means any shares you have in your open account, you can sell them on a daily basis. Starting from today onwards, you can sell them. As soon as you get involved, you can start selling those shares. Anything in your savings account is what you have to save for when we go onto the public exchange, and then you'll be able to sell those shares. Okay, so off that £5 every single day, the company is going to pay you £5 for 200 days. Okay, so if you actually do the calculation, £5 for 200 days is £1,000. Okay, so you practically almost doubled your investment just by withdrawing those shares on a daily basis. All right. Now, what happens is if you decide to get 3 sponsors on board, let's say, you know what, I'm getting 3 people on board. I'm going to show them how to make money on a daily basis. And you don't have to do anything for this, guys. This gets paid out to you automatically every single day. Okay. Now, let's say you decide to get 3 more sponsors on board. The company is going to pay you 2% on a daily basis. Instead of 1%, you're going to get paid 2%. you're still going to receive the same amount of money, but instead of over 200 days, you're going to receive it in 100 days. Okay. So this, once again, I just want to make it clear. This is regardless of whether you are a networker or you're not, it does not matter. If you buy any package that you buy and you decide to get paid the daily promotional bonuses, you'll be able to get paid. And you can see for each package how much it is. Even if you have the professional package, right, it costs £2,500. But if you decide to take the 1% a day option, every day you'll be getting paid £25. Okay. And 75% of this £25 will go into your cash open account. And then from the open account, you sell those shares. And but one thing I want to say, which is very important, we are not giving you money every single day. We're giving you shares. Okay. If we give you money, that's illegal. That's a Ponzi scheme. We don't do that. We are giving you shares. Those shares you sell yourself on our internal exchange, and then you get money paid into your bank account. All right. So we do not directly pay you the money. We give you shares. You sell those shares, and then you get money into your bank account. So if you guys want, you can take maybe a picture of this, or I can share these slides with you guys afterwards as well, so you can have a better read of this. But for every single package, depending on whether you have a sponsor or no sponsor, you'll be getting paid 1% a day. If you have 3 sponsors on board, you can get paid up to 2% a day. So leadership ranks. Now, this is something that's very important to me. And the reason why is because I understand when people work hard, they deserve to be, awarded for the work that they've done. They deserve to be celebrated for the work that they've done. Now, for example, like oftentimes if you go to work, right, and at work, if you have a good month, instead of, I don't know, the company giving you a massive promotion and sending you on a holiday, they give you even more work to do because they think you're going to do even harder work now. So in this business, it's a little bit different. If you work hard and you achieve these ranks, we will actually celebrate you. We will reward you. We will give you gifts, promotions, many, many things. And when we start doing, our international events, like very soon, hopefully, if everything with Corona, fixes up by the end of this year, we want to do our first international event, meaning we will invite people from all over the world to come to this very event, and we'll be able to promote you guys in front of thousands and thousands of people, which is amazing. So, you start off with the first rank, which is broker. Then you have qualified broker, senior broker, regional broker, executive broker, senior executive broker, regional director, senior director, national director. And now things start getting a bit serious. We have vice president, senior vice president, and global president. Okay. So over time, you have the ability to work your way up the ranks. And it's the true, meaning of growth. You actually feel happy that you're moving up. It shows progression as well. So that's one thing that I really like. Now, of course, for every position that you hit, you will be given a reward as well. Because like I said, we want to celebrate your success. We want to show you that, we care about you, and we want you to feel happy about your success as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys, the ranks. I'm going to show you how much volume you total need to get into these ranks and what you need to do. Okay? So starting off with the first rank is a broker rank. Not really much you have to do, just 1,000 total volume. And like I said, the total volume doesn't mean it's just how much you're doing, it's you and your team's efforts. Okay. Then you have qualified broker. You need to make sure you have 2 brokers in your team as well. And this is the most amazing thing about all of this, right? The reason why it's so easy to grow in these ranks is because what you have to do is you have to help your team members do exactly what you've done. Now, let's say, for example, I'm a broker, okay, and I've just become a qualified broker. How do I become a qualified broker? I just have to teach 2 people in my team to become a broker like I was. You understand? You're not doing anything crazy. You're not doing anything complicated. You're literally teaching people something that you've done yourself, and you can continue to teach them along the way. And they will continue to teach their teams as well. That's how you create duplication. Then we have senior broker. You help 2 people in your team hit qualified broker, total volume of 6,000, weekly volume of 2,500, and you're rewarded a bag. Now you guys are going to start seeing some interesting things. We have regional broker, total volume 15,000, help 2 people in your team hit senior broker, and you're rewarded with a tablet. And by the way, if you don't want the actual reward, you can just request the company to give you the money's equivalent. Like, for example, a tablet, you can get $500 for that. If you don't want the actual tablet, you can just get the money paid out to you as well. Then we have executive broker, where you can receive an Apple Watch. Senior executive broker, you receive an Apple iPad. Regional director, you receive a MacBook Air. And all of these gifts, by the way, you can either have them given to you at a massive event. So when we do the big international events, you can be gifted on stage, or you can, if you want them soon, then you can get them shipped out to you as well. It's completely optional. Senior director, we get into a Rolex. Now you're going to start seeing things, get a bit, crazy in terms of the branding and the rewards we're going to give you. national director, you'll be given a brand new Mercedes from the company as well. And the good thing about this is that you will have the Solmax branding on there as well. So like I said, again, we're celebrating your hard work and your success by giving you a reward like this. Vice President, you're having Maserati. Senior Vice President, you can get a Bentley, or you can get the cash equivalent if you don't want a Bentley. And then Global President is obviously we have a Rolls Royce. Now, most of you guys will look like this person on the screen right here when you actually receive your Rolls Royce, because that is one of the biggest things I've ever seen in any company. So all of these are rewards, by the way. And I just want to make one thing clear, okay? I'm not saying it's going to be completely easy to do this. It's not. Do you understand? It requires a lot of hard work and it requires a lot of effort to do this. But the thing is, it is possible, okay?